Hey everybody, this is Josh Rosenfeld here. I've got the second class, first day of the AI Masterclass. Thanks for coming. So, can you all see my screen over here? 3, 2, 1, launch. Yep. Thumbs up. Can you guys see this over here, the screen?
We can see it.
Okay, cool. Thank you. Sorry. All right, cool. So let's get started. So I'll just recap for Samir real quick. We just went through, the chat, the master class. Your first, what does this first group get? So you're here live with me. You're helping me build a recorded master class that I may or may not sell in my group. And it's going to be a lot more effective for you because I'm going to be working with you in real time. I promised everyone at least 1 hour of one-on-one bot building or whatever for your niche with you. The whole group's going to watch, but I've made that commitment. So, and since you're VIP, you can always hit me up with questions throughout the masterclass. Literally, like all week, you can hit me up on school and ask me anything about, anything you need help, any help you need during the week. Okay, so a little bit about me. Whatever, I'm old. I did a lot of things. Got laid off. Did more things. You can see that for yourself. Everyone be nice, don't be annoying, keep your camera on. We're not in a rush. Always ask me questions. We're here to have fun. And then we're going to start. I guess we'll go real quick for the few people that are on that were here this morning to introduce themselves to Samir. But Samir, before we get started, in the school group, which you have access to, I've started building this out. Sorry. Yep. Okay, I'm gonna mute you. Sorry. I've started building this out. So there is a document called a workflowy document. So we have notes in here. Let's see, where is that? Masterclass. Hold on a second. So there's notes in here. Oh, there it is. Okay. So these notes here are in your work in your group here. We also have a lucid chart going. Okay, so the lucid chart is this flow chart here. I've had success multiple times showing this to a client of what they're gonna get for a bot. This is just a closed bot, anywhere from 2,500, $3,000 for the build, right? So there's good money to be made in these relatively simple bots. Okay, and then this is a more advanced flow. You have access to this in that group, like I just showed you. We're not going to get this complicated, but we are going to do some voice calls that will send a scheduling link. And then if they respond to the scheduling link, the text chat bot will take over. So it'll be a full circle conversational AI. But if you extrapolate it out, because I'm going to show you a tool called Make, which allows us to connect many things into GoHighLevel. It's like Zapier. So here's a fun flow chart. This is a simple flow chart. This is an example flow chart. And here's what we're working on is this pest control here. So let's get into it. This is a database reactivation with the dynamic coupon. And so essentially the customer database is going to get hit up with an email or an SMS. It's going to go into CloseBot. We built this. I'll bring it up again. If they don't seem interested, it's going to offer them a $50 coupon code. If they are, it's just going to try to book an appointment once they're interested. It's going to thank them. Then we're going to go through and it does lead scoring, which I fixed since yesterday. It wasn't working properly. There's a minor error, so I fixed it. And then the AI will follow up in 90 days. Okay. And then finally, it will notify the client at the same time with a scored lead, which is valuable. Okay. So what I did here is this is draft, so I haven't opened this yet, but I kind of wrote a little summary of what we're doing, and I started taking pictures of all the different parts of CloseBot that we're doing, because there's really no good way to get that out. But essentially in CloseBot, I did one other change. So Samir, just so you know, I think everyone was in my morning class. So what we're doing here, Samir, you use CloseBot, right?
No, I don't use CloseBot.
Okay, what do you use?
So I have Consolidator and I have
right. This will work. This should probably work for you too. So the technique that we're doing. So here's a technique that I'm doing that works really well, and I'll show you the GoHighLevel part that you can use with Consolidator. Okay, so the first thing it says to the user isn't oh, thanks for taking me up. Thanks for replying to the offer. You want to schedule an appointment? Yes. So what I did is, this is actually a sub prompt. It's a prompt that says, determine the lead's level of interest after their positive or hesitant response to the $100 off offer. Meaning, if you're not interested, you're not going to respond. And if it's, I'm not checking for yes or no like you can do in GoHighLevel, but based on their first response, it's going to determine in this step if they have a low, if it seems like their interest isn't that high, they're not, they don't really want the offer. It will dynamically give them a coupon code only if they seem like they're not interested. This is a very, very simple way to do this. This can be a lot more complex, but the technique is pretty solid in that you can have it negotiate for you on simple things like giving a coupon code, which is down here, right? You can do this in an email. There's other ways to do this. You could do this on a cart abandonment, right? So there's lots of cool things you could do with the bot to bring in a dynamic couponing. So that works for Consolidator. It has nothing to do with GoHighLevel, right? So then we all saw this bot, gives name, email, phone, does the booking, thanks, big deal. So then what we did is in GoHighLevel, in GoHighLevel, I cleaned this up and fixed it in between classes. So basically we have CloseBot hooked up to here. I suppose a Consolidator would be whatever it is, but once the conversation is over, right? And this works with Consolidator. I have the conversation in a field called message history. Okay. It's a custom field. If your AI solution isn't connected to GoHighLevel, like if it's Vapey, or I think Consolidator is. Sorry, I don't use Consolidator, but you can still leverage it by sending it into here. So essentially, meaning you could fill out the field from a tool like Make or Zapier from a conversation anywhere. So what this does is, the trigger for this is once they finish this flow, right? Or I could send it manually. This is a GoHighLevel trigger. I'm adding a tag called AI Analyzer. And the reason I do that is because this could take like 30 seconds sometimes, because there's going to be a lot of GPT calls. Okay, so just a little trick I learned. So then what it does is, first, there's a prompt in here, and you guys will get this in your, sorry, that's annoying. Let me turn off Merlin. Sorry, this is getting in my way. All right. Sorry, this was getting in my way, this little guy here. Merlin's a great tool, but I don't want it right now. Okay, so this prompt here, what it does is, it takes that field I was just talking about. It's called message history. That's the custom field. It has the whole conversation, the assistant and the lead, right? And then I asked the GPT step to analyze the conversation and score it and give some details about what it thinks it is in terms of quality lead, right? So it's going to score it on a scale from 1 to 10. It's going to determine intent, urgency, budget alignment. I mean, this is obviously way more complex than the incoming messaging that you're doing with this particular client. But if you had a bot that was more complex and you talked about price or something like that, this will handle it. So this is overkill for what this flow is here, but it works. So anyways, it does that. It returns this response. This is important. On one line, it's going to output the score. On the other line, it's going to give me details about this stuff here. So now I have this is one response. Okay. Then I need to get the score from this response, because it's just a long string of text. I want to do something with the score in a second. You're going to see. So I want the number. So I literally say, take the response from here and pull out just the number, just the lead score as a numeral. And it'll do that, right? So that's going to be this response. So then I have a field called lead score where I'm storing this number, okay? And you'll see why I do that in a second, because I'm going to route it based on score. Then I have another GPT step where I summarize the conversation. And it's different from scoring because I'm not asking its opinion. I literally say, take this really long conversation back and forth and summarize it. You could say in a paragraph, in a sentence, whatever you want that I'm going to give to my client at the end of this flow. Okay. So it's a great way to summarize the conversation in small or large chunks for SMS or email, depending, right? Like SMS, smaller summaries, email, larger if you want. Okay. So now I'm just going to update a field with this response so I can work with it. All right. Then I'm going to update a field called the reason for the score. And I'm going to put in the response here, all of it. I want to see all of it. All I really want is the score for one part, but then I want the whole chunk as another. So I'm just going to put this whole response into this reason here. Okay, so this order is kind of goofy, but it works. And then you'll notice, just as a side, when you make GPTs, it's going to label a 1, 2, 3, 4. That could get out of hand. I don't know if you're so like if you have more than 3, the next one's going to be number 1. So just be aware that it seemed to have broken slightly when I was messing around with that. So if you ever run into a problem, double check that just as an aside.
Question, Josh.
Yes, sir.
Is it better to summarize before you score, to put it in a language
It doesn't matter. No, it doesn't matter. This could have been in any order. Doesn't matter. This is all behind the scenes stuff. I'm just getting all the fields filled out. This may not have been in the most logical. So, up to you.
Okay, it doesn't matter.
More about the technique. It's scoring it in one step, getting a number and then a reason, and then extracting just a number. Right? It's like if their name was in here, I mean, I have their name already because it's attached to a field, but if this came in from like a voice bot or a non-closed bot or something that wasn't connected, I could extract the name. I could extract the phone number. I could find out what product they're interested in. It really allows you to be super granular on using the conversations as like a tool. So the sky's the limit. I mean, I don't know how far you could push that, but it seems to be pretty far. It's just how good of a prompt writer are you to get exactly what you want out? You got to test it 10 times like we did today, right? That's all. So it updates the conversation summary, updates the reason. Then I'm going to send the client the notification. So here's where I put it all together. So I put the lead's email address in here. I could have SMS'd them, whatever they wanted. And this allows me to get leads to clients without them having to use GoHighLevel, which is good for home services. They don't want to use GoHighLevel. They have Service Titan or one of the other tools, right? So this allows me to get them their lead, kind of, not wash my hands of it, but at least they have a good solid lead. And here's why. I summarize the lead for them. I get the name, the phone, and that's coming from CloseBot in this instance. The channel is the last communication type, which I'll show you in a second to remind you how I got that. So this lets me know if it comes in with text, email, live chat, WhatsApp. So you just can remember what channel it is because this is not by default anymore in CloseBot, but this will work manually. Okay. Then it gets the time, the date. I'm getting all these values from up here. Then I do the lead score. So now I'm putting in the lead score field that I got up here. I'm putting in the conversation summary field that I got over here. And I'm putting the reason over here. Okay. And it looks like this. Oh, yeah. Let me finish this real quick. So then it sends the client a notification. Then it routes. So the reason I wanted the lead score as a number, because I'm literally hand doing this, but I'm routing. If it's 7 to 10, I consider that a hot lead. If it's 0 to 4, it's just a cold lead. And then the middle ones are just leads, right? You can adjust accordingly. You can make whatever the parameters you want are. And then I route. So if it's a hot lead, it creates an opportunity in the hot lead. The bad leads, I think they're called cold leads, or it just makes a regular one in the lead column in the opportunity, which I'll show you. And then they all wind up turning that AI analyzer tag off. So I know that this whole process is done if I'm looking at the contact. And then it adds it to a follow-up flow, which looks like this. So this is simple. I mean, it just adds it to this flow. So 90 days later, it's going to send an email. And since CloseBot is answering the email or consolidated, whatever it is, it'll just take over the conversation. And I made a separate bot for that called the follow-up bot. Follow-up bot. And this is just for following up, right? So we should know their name and all that stuff. I'll put them in here in CloseBot because it'll skip it if they know it, but just in case they don't, it'll ask. But it'll skip this. Just goes, I didn't really do anything in here to like associate this with booking other than in the main. The lead has responded to a 90-day follow-up. I actually got the email, and it basically was like, hey, your 90 days is up. Wondering if you want to schedule more service. That's literally what it did. CloseBot did that. So this works, right, pretty easily out of the box like this. And if I say yes, it'll go to booking, go to booking and stuff like that. So this gets you to book. And then to wrap up, oh yeah, so here's the email that I get. So it's really good. Like here's the lead scores an 8 with me. It was before I added in the communication type, but here's the summary. It's a solid summary. Like a person, this is as good as, this is good. A receptionist would normally have to summarize this, right? Here's the full analysis, which is just the whole first prompt. So there's the score, and here's why: the intent. I express interest, the urgency. These don't apply so much to this flow because I didn't ask when their time frame was. I didn't ask, do you have any urgent issues? But if you did, then it would start filling. These would be more robust, right? Their budget alignment, how much you want to, clearly this can work for multiple niches, which is why you have this. And then just to show you, you can take this whole prompt, and we did this earlier, but if you, for your own thing, you're going to have this thing here, but you could take, and I'll use this again, but you could take this, and here's how I go from niche to niche. I take this whole prompt, this big one here where I score it, and we just went to, let's see, this one. Yeah. So I said, it's here. So I took the prompt from CloseBot or from GoHighLevel, and I said, please write this prompt for a different niche. I had an HVAC predictive analytic prompt, and I said, rewrite it for pest control. And that's what you see, right? So you just would take this and say, now give me one for roofing, or now give me one for whatever. And it spits it out pretty good. I mean, it knows what predictive analytics are better than any of us. Honestly, like, it's so fast. It's nuts. And then the only trick is just make sure you paste in your conversation example of whatever tool you're using, and it'll do the predictive analytics. All right. So yeah, is that, I think we're good there, Tansel. Are we good there on your bot?
Yeah, I think it's good.
Okay, cool. Any questions?
Not at the moment.
I have a question comment.
Yeah.
Yes. Just regarding the second chat GPT, where you extract the lead, what do you call it, the number?
Yeah.
That gonna cost the charge for the chat GPT. Have you tried it with the text extractor? I think there's no cost for that.
With the what?
The GoHighLevel has a text extractor function.
No.
Yeah, so you could tell it, go and find me this and extract that. So that, I think it's free of charge.
This is different. Text extractor is to remove text from the communication or anything.
Yeah.
No,
It will
but
not. It will
But
not.
there's a split text. So you could do text extractor, and the function is split text. And I think you could separate that, because I've done it before in another workflow, and I think right now it's split text. That's right. So if you tell the first ChatGPT to put some fill in there, so you could find it, extract it, and then not have to pay for the extra ChatGPT. I mean, in volume, it adds up. That's why.
Yeah, that's true. So that's a good point. So let's talk about that for a second. Costs. What are the costs of running all this GPT all the time on all your leads? I always charge enough where I don't really care, and I'm getting the client because I've got these better scored leads. It's impressive. So I think there's a value in and of itself for doing this that will offset the few pennies of cost to do this. I'm not saying it's the optimal way, and I do want to check this out, but at the moment, I don't care too much about the price. I will add that DeepSeek, which you guys probably heard of today, that like as good as OpenAI, I tried it and it's amazing. That may be 75 or 90% cheaper. So I also know that the price is going to go down. The commodity of processing time is going to be irrelevant. So it may not be in the next month, but if you keep providing the service to your client, I mean, you can charge them and then remove it once it's cost you nothing. But again, I try to just roll it into the whole offer is expensive because it does this, right?
Oh, so you charge a retaining fee just to keep the things.
So for something like this, for a bot like this, exactly. So this bot, I built a bot that does exactly this. It's a simple chat bot. It responds to, it's got a widget on their web page like this, it's got the whole thing. It responds to their social media, this, that, and the other. I would charge $2,500 for a bot like this. And then you can charge them like $97 a month or something to be in your SaaS. This person had GoHighLevel, so I built it in there on their thing. They invited me as an admin, and I built it for them with my CloseBot. And then the monthly fee is to pay for those extra costs. And if there's any extra work, if they want to change the prompt, if it's broken, I'll fix it. But if they want to change the prompt or do something more or new, I'll give them a discounted rate for support, like $150 an hour instead of $250 an hour.
Yeah, cool. But they pay their own like ChatGPTs and
Yeah,
stuff.
right. Exactly. Good question. So I will definitely put their OpenAI key in wherever I can. Yeah, good. Yeah. So basically, if you get their OpenAI key, use it. But if you need to use it as a sales tool, oh, we take care of all the AI costs because you're charging a pretty penny, you can do that too. But yes, I apologize. I do ask them to give me their OpenAI key, but there's a couple clients, there's big clients that you want to get, like $2-3 million roofing companies, $30 million. They may not have that many employees. It may be a family-run business. They don't want to use some of the tools. They want to kind of do things their own way. They don't want to get ChatGPT. They don't know what it is. They don't really care. So in those instances, I'll just do it all for them. So I suppose it may be client dependent for me because I personally onboard all my clients. So I see where they're at technically and what they're capable of doing, or else I got to walk them through getting the key into all these things.
Yeah, cool. Thank you.
Yeah. So 2,500, 2-3 grand for something like this all day long. Okay. So where were we?
Do you suggest running a different bot just for DBR and one for the company?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's easy. I mean, if you have unlimited bots, it's just as easy to segment it.
Right. Okay.
Okay. So we also talked a few things. We also talked about how we can obfuscate our widgets. So if you want to give your clients code, I put this in the school group. It's a simple thing. You can obfuscate it, it's called, and then you could paste this onto give this to your client in an email, get rid of this, but get rid of this snippet, give your client this, and they don't know that you're using Lead Connector. If you're really one of those white label people that really wants to keep your white label secret, this is a really, really good tip to help with that. So we did that. We have 2 bots for pest control. Okay, so I want to do something very quickly with pest control still because it's cool. And I want to do a voice prompt for pest control. So what I did, we talked about, I was talking about, where is it? I was talking about this new thing called DeepSeek. It's like an OpenAI competitor. Closebot will implement it, apparently. You can decide if you want to use it or not. But I asked it to write a prompt for me for voice AI for a pest control service. It's amazing. It was so good. So this is the prompt that it wrote right out of the box for a pest control voice prompt. So I'm literally going to copy it. I'm going to go to my Vapey. I've got a pest control thing here. I'm going to make a new assistant because this is the OpenAI written one. I'm going to make a new one, pest control 2. I'm going to paste this in here real quickly, and we'll just try it real quick. I just want to hear how this sounds. I want to grab the first line. So this is the first message in Vapey is what the answering bot says. Okay, so it's going to say this, and it knows what it said. So I'm going to paste that in here, and then the prompt goes. Oops, what happened? Sorry, getting lost. Where is that?
So you to understand, the prompt you're copying is the one that the new company created, right? Not ChatGPT.
DeepSeek, yeah, DeepSeek.
And you are on chat.
I know. I'll tell you why. Hold on. That's a good point. So I did it in DeepSeek as an app on my phone, and I copied the prompt and pasted it and emailed it to myself, and it came through really jacked. So I pasted the prompt into this to make it just work better. Where is that? I have more than one. Oh, there it is. I had all these. I have too many windows going on. Okay, geez. All right. So this is the prompt. See, look, this is what it gave me when I pasted it. So I said format it for me. So that's a good point. This is ChatGPT formatting a DeepSeek prompt. So I paid double to play with DeepSeek. But I got to tell you, it was fast. And the reasoning, if you do the reasoning version, it writes the whole thing and then I decided to do this. And then I know that it was nuts. It was like a college student wrote down why they did what. It's crazy. So I think it's pretty cool. But anyway, I want to get this into Vapey, and then we're just going to test it. You got to get rid of the top part and the bottom part. And I copied this pest control thing, so it's good. I'll keep it on. I'll do GPT-4 just for fun. It's a little more expensive. So just so you know, your costs in Vapey are up here. There is a Vapey fixed cost. There's the model that you're using. There's the model that you're using. And then there's the text to speech, which means the listening part. Any voice bot listens to the conversation that turns the speech into text. And this uses something called DeepGram. There's a slight cost with that. And then this is using software called Cartesia for the voice. I've hooked in my 11 Labs key, so I have more voices. We'll talk about that later. So I'll load up Matilda. No, not Matilda. We'll do Grace. Publish that, and let's talk to Grace. So this is a 2-second voice bot prompt, and I'll share this later. I just want to hear it.
Hello, thank you for contacting TW Pet Solutions. How can I help you today? Are you currently dealing with a pest issue?
Yeah, I've got rats all over the place. I need your help bad. Can you help me out?
Hi, you've reached TW Pest Solutions after hour support. My name is Ava, and I'm here to assist with your pest control needs. To help prioritize your request, is this an emergency, like an active infestation, health hazard, or urgent pest issue requiring immediate
Yeah,
attention?
you got to come right away.
I understand this is urgent, and we'll make sure our team addresses this first thing in the morning.
All right, I don't
Let's
love
get
this one. It was all right. This prompt is okay. This is the OpenAI prompt that it wrote.
She didn't seem very helpful.
She didn't. You don't think so? It's the accent was odd. The accent to me, I mean, she sounded like, because people really talk about their voices that they get when they do. Her voice was like strong, but yeah.
So
So
that's what I meant. Yeah, her voice was just.
we're gonna do more voice later, but I do want to move on to another niche, if that's okay with y'all. If we move on to another niche.
That's
All
fine.
right, cool. So hopefully this was enough of a taste for pest control, and I'll share all this stuff with you when we're done. I may invite you folks to this group. Just don't buy anything. All right, so let's go to the group. So Felicia, you use aminos, right? Are you there?
Yeah, sorry. I'm using
problem.
aminos, yeah.
So Felicia doesn't use CloseBot. Do you use GoHighLevel?
Yeah, I have a GoHighLevel, but it's not an agency plan, turns out. But I have all it's like
Okay.
a regular plan, I think.
Awesome. So I just wanted to mention, because I was thinking about you today. So, and this will happen. I mean, we're a CloseBot kind of group, most of people, but there are other tools out there. So just to show y'all, because Aminos is actually really a really interesting solution, and it's really affordable, and it's way, way, way easier than whatchamacallit. So, all right, this is funny. Well, I don't want to show you my dashboard. So, anyways, so you could hook up the responses from Aminos to GoHighLevel, right, Felicia?
I'm not sure. I haven't tried it yet, but I'm sure there's a way.
Then this technique here works for you too. So
Yeah.
so Aminos is a lot cheaper. It's not as robust as CloseBot, but it's got a single prompt. It's actually really cool. Looks like this. So like, you can pick your widget styles, and it's a very good chatbot builder, and it does use AI. You can do all AI.
I have a white label one of that too.
Yeah, okay. So do you give it to your clients then to build their own bots?
I can. I haven't had any yet, but I can, yes.
Yeah. So Aminos, I actually did an Aminos review in my school group. But we're not gonna use it now because no one other than you uses it. But I was thinking about you, and I just, if you can hook it up, and I know you can, maybe I'll work on that in between classes so I can show you. You hook it up, you can get in here and start using some of these features, because you can't do calendar booking directly, can you, other than sending a link?
I'm not sure on that either, to be honest.
Okay.
I'm still pretty green on all of my tools.
Okay. So Aminos is a good place to start. I started there too because it was easier and cheaper, in CloseBot.
Yeah.
But if you want, I mean, you can see there's a reason we're using CloseBot. It's pretty elegant, and there's a new V2 coming out in like a week or two for certain people. I'll have access to it, so I'll be able to maybe show you folks it in action, but it's going to be more of a flow builder than this. So it's going to have like you have this workflow builder and aminos where you can do flow charts. I mean, or like really nice flows. They're going to do this with CloseBot too.
My main thing is I'm not someone that likes to pay subscriptions, so I have all of my tools in lifetime type models.
That's right. Yeah, that's
So
true.
I don't have more monthly,
That's a good way to do it. There's nothing wrong with that. So aminos, I think I got my lifetime package for like $80.
Yeah.
So I'll paste this in here to this group, and if you guys want to check out aminos on your own, totally check it out. It is easier to use than CloseBot. It's much cheaper than CloseBot. It's different than CloseBot. It's faster than CloseBot in some ways. It has its own chat widget, which is really nice. You don't need to use GoHighLevel at all. It has its own little CRM in there, if I believe, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's actually the reason I like the Minos is because it allowed me to get into the chatbot game very cheap. You could give them away. They're so cheap. Once you get the lifetime, you could give them away as a freebie to a client to try it out, and then you could expand on it. I may do another aminos class actually, Felicia. If I do, I'll bring you because I do like aminos. It is interesting, but I don't want to.
Maybe we could do something where I can use my white label and give everybody some access or something.
Ooh, that'd be amazing. All right, I'll hit
I'm
you up.
willing.
I'll email you and we'll see what we can do.
Okay.
Cool. I
Sounds
appreciate
awesome.
that. Samir, what niche? What's your niche, man?
So I have clients in cosmetic, dental, chiro. So it's kind of a medical space, not medical, but yeah, these kind of
Like
industries.
med spas kind of thing.
Yeah, med spas and chiros and dentals.
Got it.
And those are the main big high paying clientele. So I've partnered with one of the agency here locally, and we have basically built up a new company where we are pitching his existing clients. He has about 400 plus clients, and he has zero knowledge about GoHighLevel. And he does SEO and Google Ads and all that stuff, but he has no knowledge about this. So we've
You're in
partnered
luck.
and
You're in luck, my friend. You're in real big luck. But let me tell you
yeah.
why. Let me show you why, my friend.
And we've already pitched to 15 of the clients. 4 and 5 have already been closed, but I'm kind of struggling with systemizing this whole thing. And like we are just offering very basic stuff like lead follow-up, lead management. Here in Australia, all these dentals, they are using Excel to manage all the leads. For them, showing this lead management pipeline, it's like, wow, they go crazy. I'm like, what the?
So
yeah.
okay, so we're gonna do a few things here. So I already have a really awesome voice bot and chat bot it exists for a med spa. And it's got a really robust knowledge base. I'm gonna redo that pick one niche. Do you want to do dental? I mean, pick one of those niches.
I would go for, if you have med spa or dental, either one.
Well, I mean, if we do med spa, it'll be really easy, dude, because I have the whole thing done. So let's see what I have. And I haven't, and it's funny. So this client has a partner, and it's her med spa, and you'll find that some people are really, really, really hesitant to turn their phones over to AI. I mean, super, super hesitant. But some people aren't. So I was paid well to make a whole thing for a few niches, but this is a med spa voice bot that I made. So what I'm going to do is for you, I don't want to use theirs. Here's what I'm going to do. So I'm going to make a new assistant for you, and we'll call it Samir. So what's the name? What name? Give me a name.
Yeah, Sam. Just keep it Sam Med Spa.
Sam Med Spa. Okay. Now, I have a good prompt for one. So I'm going to go to my ChatGPT. start a new one, and I'm gonna just be like, hey, can you update this for Sam Med Spa?
So I'm meeting a client in 2 days
Dude,
from customer.
you could show this to them in a day. This takes like minutes, man. To make an impressive voice demo takes minutes. And
Yeah.
you basically, I have a floater phone number that I attach whenever I want to do a demo. And you could even do an outbound call. That's impressive as hell. Really impressive.
So
It is
I'm
really
using,
impressive when you clone their voice
yeah,
without telling them. I'm just kidding. All right.
exactly.
So,
I'm using Assistable for voice, and since last
yeah.
week they have become so stable. Touch wood, I really need to touch. So they also have very quick, easy to deploy phone. But I'm here to understand how you offer, how you're present, all that sales stuff,
Okay.
material.
Cool. So, did you guys hear the call before? You can hear it pretty good.
Yeah, Grace.
Good. Yeah, good.
Yeah.
So, all right. So this rewrote this prompt for you. So basically, this prompt. How is your assistable prompt now?
It's kind of plain right now. It's just doing the basic handling of taking customers and all, like the basic Q&As and all that stuff. It has its knowledge base, it does. But I've still not gotten my hands to really play and,
Okay.
nerd out with
Cool.
it.
Let me show you what we're going to build real quick. I want to get the. Okay, so I'm putting in the first message, which is what it says. Hey, thanks for calling Sam Medspa to keep everything the same. We'll do 4.0 cluster. It just sounds better. I like to turn emotion on. So if it thinks it's angry, it deals with it. I don't have anything in the knowledge base because I have a new group, but I'll show you how to do that. So I'm going to publish that. Make sure you always publish. And then we'll listen to it. And let me change the voice to, I want it to be Paula, which is a really good voice. So if 11 Labs, just as an aside, are you using 11 Labs, Samir?
Yeah, internally Assistable uses 11 Labs.
Okay. So this is how you clone voices. It's pretty easy. You
Yeah.
literally get someone to record on their phone for like 2 minutes, just talking at a regular rate. You upload it, bam, you have a really good voice clone. It's scary. It's really scary. But I like this voice here. People seem to like this voice. So I'm copying the ID back in Vapey. I'm gonna just I'm gonna go to I didn't mean to do that. Oh well, let's see. Sorry, I erased it. I closed that
Sorry,
window.
so overall per minute, how much do you pay in Vapi on an average? 14 cents?
11 cents it says for this prompt length.
Or everything, like all the other,
Yeah.
like
Yep.
transcribe
Yep.
voice.
Yep.
Okay,
Yep.
that's good.
Yeah. So the cost on voice AI, if you're curious, if the voice AI were to talk for 1 hour straight, a whole hour on the phone, it's like $6 or $7. Beat that. I mean, a human couldn't even come close to that with no break, as many people calling in as you want, professional. So, voice bots are weird because this will be one of the things that will, replace people quickly because it is getting very, very good and cheap.
I don't know in US. In Australia, a minimum wage, legal wage needs to be 22 Australian dollars. 25, not even 22.
Jesus. Well, it's not that here. That's high. So this is $6 or $7 talking the whole time, not sitting around and waiting for the phone. Like you only pay for what you use. So let's give this a call straight out of the box.
Hello, thank you for calling Sam Med Spa. How are you this evening?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm glad to hear you're doing well. I'm just a virtual assistant, but I'm here and ready to help. Our offices are currently closed. I'd be happy to assist you. If you'd like to reschedule or cancel an appointment, just say reschedule or cancel. If you're a new patient looking for information.
Yeah, I'm a new patient. Can you tell me about Ozempic?
Of course. Ozempic is a medication used to improve blood sugar control in adults.
Do you guys offer Ozempic?
We do offer treatments that can help manage diabetes and related conditions.
How much is it? How much is it?
The cost of treatments can vary based on several factors.
All right, you know what? All right, you know what? Listen, just I want to schedule. Yeah, I want to schedule. Can you schedule for me or something?
I can help with that. Since our offices are currently closed, I can either take a message for a callback during regular business hours, or I can send you a link via SMS so you can manage your booking yourself.
Yeah, just send me a link. Just send me the link, please.
Sure thing. I'll send you the link right away so you can schedule your appointment.
Okay, so if that was a call, it would send me the link. So are you doing that, Samir, where you're sending a link from a call?
Not yet, but I will.
So I don't know. So he uses a different tool than Vapey. He uses something called Assistable. But what I'm doing here is, so essentially in this prompt, so the way that Vapey works is this. So there's things called tools. Well, this doesn't have any tools. So
Same thing.
yeah. So essentially, there's tools, right? So I made a tool called Send SMS.
Yeah.
And I'll show you more, but essentially all this is doing is calling a webhook. Remember I said one of the tools that I use is a program called Make. So this is Make. Yeah. And I mean, you've probably seen it, but I don't think anyone else has seen this. So what it does is it literally, I'll share this with you guys so you have it.
What's the pricing like on Make?
I haven't paid a penny.
Really?
No, but my volumes are super low.
Yeah, I've probably
it's like $1,000 a month. It's stuff to play with for sure.
Oh yeah,
Definitely.
awesome.
So I haven't paid yet, and I've sold it.
It's an operation, so 10,000 operations will cost you $9.
I mean,
Nice.
that's a lot of client calls.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this is kind of advanced, but essentially, it enables a prompt to call a tool that I made. Right in the prompt, I say if they want a link, call this tool. The tool hits this webhook, which is here. Okay, and Make gave me this webhook. It's the first step in this scenario, it's called. And then what that does is it takes the conversation, it takes all of the data from Vapey and sends it back to GoHighLevel, essentially. And the reason I'm doing this is because, and I wasn't going to do this now, but a lot of people don't have, in America, we don't have these A2P approved phone numbers, and it's a huge pain to get them. So I've been sending texts from one account from other accounts. So it enables you to get clients right away and start doing SMS right away, because you can do that. You can, they come in on the client's account and they get the SMS from me in my top level agency account if they don't have their own number, right? So a lot of companies don't want to use GoHighLevel numbers. If they do, they're already using a number for advertising. I'm finding that it's becoming a real pain, the phone number part. It's an annoying pain because they have a phone number. It's great for forwarding, but if you want to start texting, it's a whole nother thing. So that's one of the reasons I also like voice. So what do you think of that? What do you think of that, Samir?
So yeah, Assistable already has a native integration with all the GHL webhooks. Right. So it does all of these things. It's already
What about the conversation? What about the conversation? Sorry? What about the conversation?
So I can show you whenever you want, but conversation summary, recording, everything gets pushed into the notes automatically, and we don't have to do anything.
That's awesome. Yeah, I definitely want to show Assistable. The reason I like Make is because it enabled me to do a lot more because it's not connected to GoHighLevel. I said, I had quite a few clients that didn't want anything to do with GoHighLevel, so it allowed me to quickly get them onboarded and just send them those emails. But what did you think? What did you think of the conversation that Vapey had just now?
Good, quite good. Like it's all got to do on the prompting. I still like voices that are there in Assistable, and it's similar to what Vapey also offers, definitely. So this is not about Assistable or Vapey. It's here. It's like what is good for our clients. That's all it's going to matter at the end of the day.
So how can I help you? I mean, how can I help you at least with your niche if you already have the bots built and stuff? Like what?
No, I need help with a lot got to do with prompting, how we prompt things and all. That's an area I want to learn. And definitely an area is like the automation stuff, what you are doing, like how you just showed the lead scoring and all. I don't have any of those stuff.
Awesome. I just want to make sure everybody gets something out of this.
Yeah.
Awesome. Cool. Yeah, that's a great technique for any chat. So we'll see how far I get into Vapey, but I'll probably go in and out of it, and there's a lot to go over. So, I mean, do you know what what do you charge?
Currently, I haven't sold any voice. I have text clients, like conversational. I have quite a few clients, but zero voice clients. I want to sell it because, and so how it went is Assistable was a bit up and down sometimes. So I wasn't confident to put it on clients, but now they have moved everything in-house. Previously, they used to be on Bubbles and all of that stuff. And now they've moved everything on GCP, so it's super stable, very quick latency. There's no latency and all of that. So now I'm happy to push it to clients. We already have 2 trial clients, like $300 just to get some, testing. $300 a month, yeah.
That's not bad.
It's just a starter. These are like
that's not bad. I mean, that's $3,000 a year for, maybe 10 hours of work.
So what the way I'm selling is a very less touch point places. Like I'm not placing the voice on directly taking the calls. It's going to be like upcoming appointments. It's going to be like missed call. It's going to be like after office hours. So low touch points. How did the appointment go? Appointment request, like no shows. Those kind of touch points is where I'm trying to plug voice.
Got it.
So it's not a revenue generating flow as such. Like front, I'm not putting it there yet.
Okay. Well, you sound like you are. I mean, you have an agency and existing clients, so you're charging them. What's your goal?
Honestly, sell voice.
And you haven't sold it. Have you showed off any voice to anybody yet?
I have, and they're just puzzled. Like, give it to me now.
Yeah, right. So what's the problem?
As I said, right? I wasn't confident in the platform.
Assistable wasn't stable.
Yes.
Oh man. Well, that's awesome because I think I knew that, which is why one of the reasons I wasn't using Assistable.
But now it is very nice. Last week, this weekend, but is an alternate option that I really want to dwell into. So if Assistable goes down, I have something to, repoint things.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Is to be multi-talented and have multiple.
Similarly, I'm using for my chat as well. Consolidator is the first chat because that's where I started. But I'm slowly moving things into Assistable. And the best part is these prompt remains the same.
Yeah, I know. That's just cool. I'll definitely look at Assistable. So, I mean, that brings us to a good point where, what you learn now, is it going to be different in a couple months? Maybe. This is moving really fast. But hopefully some of the skills you're learning and just the way to think, I mean, that's going to be applicable moving forward. And like Samir said, writing the prompt, I mean, if you're using ChatGPT all the time, it kind of seems really easy and fun, but it's pretty intimidating for most people to just jump in here and have a conversation with AI to give it the information that you're trying to get out of it. So it is a fun skill to have. All right. So
are you able to call custom values and all of that into VAPI?
Yeah. So what you could do is essentially in advanced or in functions, in advanced, it's always, you can connect right to the server. So in real time, it's going back and forth. So I haven't done it yet, but theoretically on the first ring, what you do is you would, in the prompt, you would set you would do a call up here, have it asynchronous, which means that it waits for the response to come back, and then set some variables. So like in prompting, you can do like, this is kind of a neat way to do it. You could do variables, and do like name equals Josh, whatever, age equals 53, whatever, right? And then context, whatever. So, but here you will call a tool before it, call, get data tool. And then that will be a make tool that comes into the webhook, and it does like it can hit GoHighLevel directly or whatever. So it's not as integrated as what you're doing but this is how you would do it. So then the response would come back with data from GoHighLevel. So you could theoretically look at their phone number. So this flow chart here, this is something like that. So this is a flow chart that one of my buddies in this group made right away, was learning how to do this. This is like the ultimate customer support agent. He works at a huge corporation. So, but he learned from watching these challenge things, and he built this after like a day of understanding VAPI and Make. So essentially, you know, you can get really robust with it as long as you know how to get in and out of a prompt. And if you can get in and out of a prompt and you're good with Make, or you're a good programmer, you can hit databases. You can take the phone number, query it on a database, get all the data, say, I have your records, let's keep going. So the possibilities really are endless with these tool calls here. So the concept of the tool call is super important. And you can only do it with the newer language models. Like, it doesn't work on 3.5, but it works on 4. So it is slightly more expensive because the prompts work, that slightly more expensive, but it's really powerful, and the sky's the limit. And what's cool about tools is that, let's see, you can do, so basically you could send out properties. So it comes into Make with some whatever properties you wanted to extract, the name, the address, whatever. So it will automatically do that for you. And then real quick, how we're doing the summary, the after call summary for the med spa here is an after call summary prompt. So VAPI provides that super advanced lead scoring, really advanced. You have to write your own prompts though, but this will also get spit out with the call. And essentially you could look at all the calls that come in, see how long they took, how much they cost. Here's a 16-second call. You know, here's the here's, you can play it and listen to it. Here's the transcripts, which is what you'd pull into GoHighLevel to you know, do analytics on it other than what it does on its own. Here's the analysis, it's scoring. So this is advanced. We're not going to get super into this, to be honest with you, but the cost for this call was 16 cents. It was a couple minutes.
2.5 minutes.
Yeah, so whatever, the cost is reasonable, but VAPI is an amazing tool. You know, it's newish to me in the sense I've been doing CloseBot for longer, but there's Assistable, which Samir's talking about, which is kind of integrated with GoHighLevel. But again, one of the reasons I like VAPI and a tool like Aminos, which Felicia uses, is that you don't have to use GoHighLevel at all. And depending on your clients, like Samir says, he has clients, they have Excel spreadsheets. So what's kind of cool about hooking into GoHighLevel is as you show them all the data that's coming in on the contacts for the bot, and they've got this opportunity board, they're like, oh, wow, that's really cool. So you say, yeah, this comes free. I always say, you get this stuff for free. You don't have to use it. But slowly they're going to want to use it more, and it makes it sticky. So whenever I talk to my clients, I always talk up all this other stuff just so they want to stay and GoHighLevel. And again, you know, since you have all these custom workflows and these expensive workflows and stuff, and these, you know, you've thought a lot about lead scoring and after conversation analytics, it makes your white label so much better, and they can't duplicate it. So they can say, I'll just get my own GoHighLevel. You're like, okay, fine. You don't have any of my prompts. You got none of my bots. You have nothing. So, you know, I don't find that to be a problem. But if they do have their GoHighLevel, you know, you can do the work in their thing and just charge them a big fee to do it, like $3,000, $5,000, and just walk away. So you can build a really good bot like in a day or two with the client, right? So if you're charging $200 an hour and you spend 10 hours, 15 hours on it, that's fair. And that's like the kind of going rate here for people building bots for businesses. I'm finding even junior people are getting that much, maybe a little less. What do they get in hourly in Australia?
For what?
Just like building bots, advanced stuff, like doing custom.
Building bots and all would be at least $150 an hour, Australian dollars.
Yeah, right. So yeah. So it's a good, so doing ad hoc builds for people, getting them on your white label, as you could, I do everything for everybody. I mean, I just really love building bots. So I'm not as focused as I could be for a SaaS plan. You know, I was working with a guy who's in the group. He's a doctor. He builds his own bots from watching the challenge, and he's got other doctors that want to put in. We built him like he does med spas and medical practices and stuff. So he built a bot using Vapey and CloseBot. I built it with him in like 3 hours. He sold like 5 clients. It's $5,000 a piece at the conference. It was crazy because he basically made a voice bot where they can call, do the self-selling demo voice bot, and then book a call. And he put the phone number up at a conference, and he got clients really fast. I mean, people came up to him; they were really interested in it. So there's lots of ways to market. If you could afford it, get a number and just plaster it about and do a self-selling demo. It's super impressive.
And that is another one that I want to build. I need to make a prompt for this.
I got
This
it
is
for you,
where I
buddy.
start.
I got it for you, my friend. So we did it earlier today. This is the self-selling bot. It works really, really well. It works with every single niche. It's so elegantly simple. As you guys should be realizing that the better the more simple your prompt is, and the more it just works so much better. So this literally, it just works with any niche. I'll give this to you, Samir.
Thank you so much.
All right, I'm going to paste this in this group just for you folks tonight for special. So in the chat, you're going to want to paste this. Is that too big? Yeah, too big, way too big. All right, let me do this. So I'll give it to everybody. I'll be nice. So let's make a new document here. Selling voice AI prompt. Boom. So there is a tool in here for the scheduling link, right? You have to figure that out on your own. There's a typo in here, but this works really, really, really well. There's some terrible typos. And that's what's nice about AI. It still works, right? So put in your name here. I cloned my voice, right? So it kind of gives that wow factor. Find out the name, pretend type this, geez. There could be confusion. All right. Let me know how this works for you in Assistable.
I'm just doing that. You give me the prompt, I'll chuck it in Assistable and I'll just call.
Okay. Yeah, let's do it. H1 bold. Okay, let me share this with y'all. This is a good prompt here. It's worth thousands. All right. Nope. Share. Copy link. Your viewer. So duplicate this, but all right. So I put it in this chat for you folks. I may or may not put it in the whole group. I probably will. It's not fair to the other folks, but this is a great prompt. This is a fantastic prompt. So give it a try. Let me know how it works. I want to move on. Let's move on to Julio. Want to spend an hour together, Julio?
Sorry,
Yeah.
I couldn't find my mic. I love to. The thing is that right now I have like 9 different niches that I was giving myself the homework of deciding which one.
Okay.
So I haven't decided which one to start with.
What are you thinking? What 9 niches are you thinking about?
Well, I have clients on chatbot for 9 different niches, and I was starting to. I was thinking, which one should I start with? So, like right now, I'm thinking maybe. Well, I don't know if it's going to be because the outgoing voice thing is not a thing, right? Because of the restrictions in the US.
Oh, it is a thing. You can do it if you have permissions, but it's less risky in Australia. I know that, but in America there are rules to doing it. So I can make you an outgoing bot. We could make one. It's up to you if you want to use it. They have to be solid opt-in.
Yeah, because I'm not sure about the client
what's the niche?
They wanted to recruit there's companies in the US that are looking to lower the cost, like hiring people outside of the US. So like programmers, for instance.
That's different. Hold on. Calling outside the US might be different. Honestly, you're not talking.
No, hold on. No.
Oh, sorry.
So that company in the US contacted a client of mine that they provide people in Mexico to work for US based companies. So they
Okay.
provide that services. But they're thinking of prospecting more companies like that in the US. So they were thinking, oh,
Okay.
can we call them? And I said, I don't think so, because legally I think you're not
That's you can call them. Let's talk to our friend here and find out. Talk to ChatGPT.
okay.
It's a lawyer. I mean, it's as good as a lawyer. It passed the bar, so good enough for me, right?
Yeah. Well,
So I'm gonna say yeah. The answer is definitely yes, Julio. And the reason I know this because I'm working with the guy that's got the medspas. He also has a large corporate clients. They do have lists of really good opted in, okay to call numbers. So I know there's a way to have a solid list, but let's find out.
you know what? You know what? It was skip the razor, because that's going to be legal stuff. I live in Mexico, so in Mexico there's no rules to do that right now. So we could build one and maybe start selling that in Mexico.
It can be so ChatGPT can be Spanish. It can this voice AI can speak Spanish perfectly.
No, I know. I mean, but let's not find out if we're legally required or not. Let's build one. If you're okay with this, let's start building one.
I don't care. Just use it at your peril. Okay, cool. So let's do it. So what the niche is recruiting. So you want to get people in America. You want to call a list of people in America and have them.
No. I'm changing because the recruiting part is going to be in the US. But I'm thinking, let's build a outbound voice, but not for that, because it's going to be America. Let's do it for Mexico. Let's start with car dealerships.
Car dealerships.
I have a couple of car dealership clients that I was thinking of them going to a DVR process, maybe calling all customers and seeing how they are and stuff. Maybe that'll work. And maybe later on I'll think with it to a different other.
So we're gonna call this TL car dealership, and this is gonna be a voice DVR. Let's call this a voice DVR.
Yeah.
Where if a client has opted in people to call, make it a new product. I mean, this is exclusive, right? So we're gonna do a voice DVR for a car dealership. And what is the offer? Are we just finding out how they're what is the reason for the call?
I was thinking of they have thousands of names on the are maybe a start of the year sale or something, like an offer of.
Okay. Yeah. How about we do? Let's see. Valentine's Day is coming up. Let's do a Valentine's Day sale.
Cool.
Okay, cool. So voice DVR, and it's going to be a voice phone, and it's going to be Valentine's Day sale extravaganza, and they'll have all sorts of fun stuff for you.
Valentine's Day, that can work for a bunch of niches, by the way.
Right.
Yeah.
So yeah, cool. So we'll do that. Let's see. So the extravaganza is going to be a say free, like the free food band, like and a coupon for something with the kids for kids face painting. I don't know.
I was thinking more of a like $2,000 off, something like that.
Whoa, okay, that's a good one.
Let's bring people in.
Okay, $2,000 off.
It's not my money, so let's give it away.
Oh, all right. So what is the goal? Just do you book an appointment at a car dealership, or you just show interest, or
for a test drive?
Got it. Okay, book a test drive. Thanks. And then we'll do lead scoring. We'll notify the client.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so luckily I have a car dealership. Luckily I have this is the kicker here. So to do an outbound, there's 3 pieces to do outbound here. We got to do the prompt. So let's do this. So let's do our prompt first. There's a few steps here. So we got to do an outbound prompt. I'll do it from this here because this has a phone in here. So I'm going to create this assistant and we'll call it outbound. So I don't forget. Outbound JL car dealership. Okay. And then this is a specific, this isn't like a receptionist, it's an outgoing bot with the like for one use. Valentine's, Valentine's special. DBR.
Yeah.
Okay. Feels like too long of a name. Too long of a name. Okay. So now let's go to our friend here. And I'm going to take, let me grab a prompt that I know. Well, no, I'm going to do this. I'm going to start a new GPT and I'll say, I need your help to write an outgoing voice AI prompt. And I always say what it's for Vape AI or whatever, because it will search the website if it can to read how to do it. DeepSeek certainly did, I'll tell you that. I need your help to write outgoing voice AI prompt for Vapey for JL car dealership to announce their Valentine's Day extravaganza with $2,000 off any car on the lot.
Yep.
Cool. And then I want it to be your goal is to get them to schedule a test drive by sending them a text message using the, let's call whatever, send SMS tool. So you could tell the prompt to put it in there for you and it'll do it. And then it's ready to go. Okay.
So you're not afraid of robots, and I always use a please. Could you please help me with?
I'm very nice to it and I yell at it. So
Yeah.
no, this needs to be more of a programmatic prompt for use by OpenAI chatbot. See it? Yeah, there we go. So it's slightly written differently. You are a friendly, so it tweaked it a bit. So again, DeepSeek was 3 times faster than this, and it was really good prompt.
I was trying to sign up today, but they had some issues with the.
Yeah, they turned it off for a while because they were getting slammed, or there was some hacking going on. All right, so now my Vapey prompt, I'm going to paste this in here, and the thing about this prompt is, so I'm going to say, so the greeting, so the way it always spits out the, if I do it like a programmatic style, like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, it'll always spit out the greeting as the first step. You don't need this in the prompt. But what you do want is here. And I also know we need this to be a question because we want them to respond. So I always take out step 1. Don't need it. I'm going to go back to where is it? Here. And I'm going to say rewrite this intro message to end with a question so the lead will respond. Okay, that's fun. So maybe I'll paste this up in here. Hi, this is what do you want to name your bot, Julio?
Let's call it Anna.
Anna. Okay. Prompt the voice assistant named Anna. Follow-up option. So it is interesting. So it wrote its own little prompt where it's asking for urgency, like what's the late date? Sorry for only valid till Valentine's Day. So don't wait. That's neat how it gave me a little prompting here.
Yeah.
And then call to action. I sent you a text link. So this isn't fully right here. So I need to say, Motivate them to schedule a test drive link with the send SMS tool, which it would be over here. Okay. Okay. And then let's do ChatGPT 4.0. I know it's twice as expensive, but I'm worth it. Detect emotion. I'm going to go to voice. I'll go to 11 Labs. Let's do, we'll grab Paula. I'd like Paula.
No, what I don't know if how good is a Spanish voice.
Oh, you want me to get a Spanish voice?
Oh no, right now they're doing it in English, but
Perfect. They have Spanish voices. Perfect Spanish voices.
Oh, cool.
They have like 37 different languages it'll speak. And the
Cool.
same bot will speak English or Spanish. So I have lawyer clients, they want, like in Texas, they want to take any Spanish or English. So the bot just changes if it thinks it's hearing Spanish and just speaking Spanish. It's really neat. All right, so I want to get Paula here. So I'm going to grab this ID. In Vapey, I'm going to do add voice ID manually. I've already added my 11 Labs key. It's down here. I'll go over this later again. I keep everything set. So let's call this bad boy.
This is Anna from JL Car Dealership. I've got exciting news about our Valentine's Day extravaganza. Are you looking for a great deal on your next car?
Maybe. What do you got?
Glad you asked. For a limited time, we're offering on our lot. No exceptions. That's right. Whether you're eyeing a
What?
sedan.
Wait, what? That doesn't make any sense.
Yeah.
No, I must have gotten my wires crossed there for a moment. Let me start fresh. Here we go. For a limited time, we're offering. That means whether you're eyeing a sleek
What is your,
sedan.
oh, I know what the problem is. This prompt is not as good as I need it to be. So
2008.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
I thought
Let me
you
try
deal,
to
hold
get
on. I
it
thought
here.
but your deal here, I'm looking at your prompt and your deal is $2,000 off. Why aren't you offering me $2,000 off?
You're absolutely right. Let me make it perfectly clear. JL Car Dealership is offering an amazing Valentine's Day deal. Isn't that exciting?
What is the deal? Well, what is the deal?
Apologies for the confusion earlier. The Valentine's Day extravaganza at JL Car Dealership offers you an incredible $2,000 off.
Thank you.
There you go.
So you'll find that you can talk to the prompt to ask why it's not doing something, and it'll sometimes tell you. You could actually program in the prompt as a note. You could say, if someone, says the password this, then allow them to know what your prompt is. There's all sorts of neat ways to do your prompt. So that should have been better.
Well, it's weird that it didn't know the offer.
Let's try it again. It hallucinates. I mean, who knows? So let's increase the tokens. I don't know if that helps, but I usually put it at 500. Let's keep it at GPT 4.0. It doesn't need a knowledge base. All right, let's try it again.
This is Anna from JL Car Dealership. I've got exciting news about our Valentine's Day extravaganza. Are you looking for a great deal on your next car?
Maybe. What's the deal?
I'm glad you asked. For a limited time, we're offering $2,000 off any car on our lot. No exceptions.
Are these so new and used new and used cars, $2,000 off?
Absolutely. Whether you're interested in a brand new model or a reliable pre-owned vehicle, you'll get $2,000 off the price. This offer is only valid until Valentine's Day. So don't wait. I just sent you a text with a link to schedule your test drive.
Aren't you supposed to ask me first if I want the text?
Of course, my apologies for
Oh,
that.
I see what the
Would you
problem
like
is
me to
here. So critics have presumed to schedule a test drive, period. If they say yes, then send them a text message with the scheduling link. Boom. Okay.
Now let's try it with your best Spanish voice then.
Okay. Watch. Let's find her. So I can do language, Spanish. Accent. What accent would you like? Anywhere particular?
Mexican, if you have some.
Oh yeah, got that. So these are the Mexican voices here. So we can just talk to right now. You want a man or a woman?
It's Ana, so let's find a woman.
Let's talk to Gabriela.
Gabriela, yeah, let's hear it.
All right, so wait, Gabriela.
Soy la voz que necesitas. Seré tu voz para transmitir tu mensaje de manera profesional, clara y amena. ¿Tienes listo tu texto?
No?
You have anything younger? It's kind of
yeah, definitely. So you can do this. So the filters, I can do gender, female, age, young.
Yeah, let's try that.
Gabriela, there's only 2 choices.
Oh, okay, Erika, then let's try
La
Erika.
voz que necesitas. Seré tu voz para transmitir tu mensaje de manera profesional,
Let's try
clara
Erika.
y amena. No
Ras-
se ahoguen el uno al otro.
Wow.
Nadie puede crecer a la sombra.
No, we have a smoker, I think.
Yeah, it says raspy voice.
Yeah,
So,
no,
I'll tell you, so you know what you could do? I mean, if there aren't any voices, you could make one.
yeah, well, yeah, we could even clone our client's voice. So.
Clients love that. It's such a fun little thing to do. It's like it's so easy and it really blows away. Let's try Gabriela. Watch what I do. So I'm going to grab this ID. I want to try this.
Yeah, let's try with her.
So I'm going to change the voice to Gabriela here. And I'm also going to do this. So the transcriber is what's listening, right? Oh, I got to add it to my voices. Okay, sorry. Add. Okay, there we go. Okay, so in DeepGram is what's listening. So I'm going to change this to listen for Spanish only. You can also have it listen for English and Spanish, but I'm going to have it listen for Spanish because it does matter. Like if you say hola or yo, and that's the only thing it hears, it doesn't know yet what language it is if you have it on English. Okay, so I'm going to keep it at that. And I'm going to do this. I'm going to say rule, speak only Spanish. And then I'll do this. I'm going to take this prompt here. I'm not a great Spanish speaker, so I'm going to say, please translate this into Spanish. I don't know why I say please, but I do.
Right.
It shows how old I am. I think he just say, do it.
Yeah, I'm afraid of bots. I always tell it, please.
I'm not 100% sure this is right, but it looks pretty good.
Yeah, that's good.
Cool. All right, so now let's paste this in the front. Does this message get spoken? This can be recorded or whatever. So this is different than the prompt. So let's publish it. Now it should be listening for Spanish, so I can see how I can do in Spanish.
Hola, soy Ana de JL Car Dealership. Tengo noticias emocionantes sobre nuestra gran venta del día de San Valentín. ¿Estás buscando una gran oferta para tu próximo auto?
Sí, es muy bueno.
Fantástico. Por tiempo limitado estamos ofreciendo $2,000 de descuento en cualquier.
¿Cuántos?
Por supuesto, estamos ofreciendo $2,000 de descuento en cualquier auto en nuestro lote, sin excepciones.
Sí.
Maravilloso. Recuerda, esta oferta es válida solo hasta el día de San Valentín, así que no es.
How is that?
Sounds good. I'm in.
It's pretty amazing first crack at it. So this is a good trick if you want. You could also say speak English or Spanish and change the transcriber to they have multi here. So there's a multi setting where it's listening for Spanish and English.
I usually do it the close bot. I tell it speak in the language that you speak.
Yeah, you can do that too, but it's the listening that messes up the voice because when you type, it's immediately in that language. But because I did it for a lawyer, and it was really hard to get it to like. We got it working, but this is getting better and better. So obviously, this is pretty incredible.
Cool. For
just it's a great way to branch out. It's a great way to offer more for your clients. It's a great way to hit different markets, different countries. It's, if you have people in America that want to advertise in Mexico, but they don't speak Spanish, well, this bot does. So now what we need to do is we need to have an outbound caller, right? We need to make something that will call people. So we're going to do that. Okay. So this is complicated. Where is it here? Uncategorized, end of call. So I think it's this one. No, initiate call. All right, so I'm going to share this with everybody. I didn't make this, just so you know, but it's pretty killer. Let me download this. Blueprint1.json. I don't like that name. Let's see. Let's call this outbound dialer. Okay.
Josh, can you send a phone number that I can make an outbound call and you'd see how the self-selling demo is?
Yes, not right this second, but I can.
Yeah.
Okay, we have all week. All right, so I'll give you guys this. I just downloaded it. So essentially, this is a complicated make scenario that takes a webhook from GoHighLevel. So we have to make a GoHighLevel form to do this, right? So it sucks. I built this before, but I lost it. So I got to build it again with y'all. All right. So so we're gonna do this in I'm gonna make a new thing here real quick so I can give you a different snapshot for it. We'll call it Bob at Bob. Business name is JL Car Dealership. Business phone, fine, blah, blah, blah. It's my number, time zone. Where'd you say you were, Julio?
Put Tijuana. You could put Tijuana there.
Okay.
That's below that. That's one.
Yep. Well, this isn't right. You're gonna have to be United States for now. That's okay. This is just a sub account. All right, so it's gonna do this. All right, so now I need to make a form. I need to make a few fields, so I'm gonna make some custom fields. See if I can remember this off the top of my head. So I'm gonna make a new folder. I'll call this folder outbound dialer, and I'm gonna save it. I'll save it in on the contact. Okay, so now we have an outbound dialer unique key. What is this? What did I just make? Oh, that's supposed to be a folder. Hold on a second. Delete. Add folder, outbound dialer. What happened? Maybe there's no. Huh? All right. Okay, cool. So now I'm gonna make a field called it's gonna be a single line. Next, I'll do outbound number. This is the number that you're gonna dial. And then I'm gonna make another one called dial from. This is the number that's gonna show up on the caller ID. Okay. And then I had a password protection on the form because it was public and I didn't want people just using it all the time to make calls. So be careful with this. I'm not going to do that. All right. So now I'm going to make the form. Make a real simple form. What's this?
Yeah, they just made some announcement.
Go high level. You're wonderful. All right. So let's do outbound dialer. Okay. So don't care about that. I want these numbers here. Care about any of this stuff. I just want these fields. Oh yeah, I've got to do. Oh yeah, I need another custom field, 2 more.
You can create your custom fields now from the forms directly. You don't have to exit.
Hey, you're right. Sorry. You're right. So I'm going to make a new field and we're going to call this Vapey ID. And this is for the bot. And then we're going to do another one called VAP ID. And this is going to be number. Okay. So on my form, I want the VAP ID. I need the VAP ID number, dial from. Okay, so this is number to call. This is ID of the calling bot. This is the ID. Oops. This is the ID of the phone number. Dial from phone, email. I think that's enough. Oops. Okay. All right. So now in make, we have this really long thing here. And what it's doing is there's a webhook. This is the webhook that the form is going to call when we make the workflow. And then it's going to set variables. There's the API key, the number ID, the assistant ID. So these are the three values we need exactly. So let me, I don't mess this up. So this is, let's see, that was the, where was I? That was make. So I need, that's the assistant ID, which is here. And then it needs the VAP API key. Oh yeah, that's what it needs. We'll say VAP API key. Oop, API key. Is the outbound number to call. System ID, VAP ID, and oh, phone number ID. Okay. Actually, no, I'm sorry. This was the dial from. This is the API. This is the phone number ID from VAP. This is just regular phone number. Okay. So now I need to make the workflow for this thing and a page real quick. So go to websites here. I'll do a new website. Real quick, I'll do, we'll call it outbound dialer. You can make this look all pretty and whatever. I'm not going to do that. Name for the page, dialer, path, dialer. Okay, create from blank. Full width, add row, one column, Let's see, what happened? One column. Add element form. Select my form. All right, cool. Save that puppy. All right, now let's make the automation. Okay. So I'm not going to put a trigger on it. You could send them in here with a tag, however you want to trigger this outbound dialer, but I will put a contact in here to try it. All right. So so when the form is, oh yeah, so I'm sorry, the trigger does need to be the form. So the trigger is form is submitted, form submitted, and we'll call this outbound dialer form submitted. And to come in here, it's going to do webhook. Custom webhook, and I'm going to get from here. I'm going to grab this custom webhook here, copy it, go back to GoHighLevel, paste it into here, and then in the header or in the actually, I'm going to do a I'm not going to do this hook. I'm going to do this one, just a regular one.
What are the differences between those?
Honestly, I'm not 100% sure. This one is free. The other one costs a little bit of money, and it's a more robust. You could add to the query parameters and stuff. You can't do that here, but that's fine. I just want to send through the I want to send through the phone ID, and this is going to be the value of these custom fields that we made. So let's see. So the phone ID is the from number, dial from. Then I want to add the oh yeah, API key assistant ID. API key and assistant ID. So this is contact, custom fields. I have it under VAP ID bot number. But this is really the API key on the form. And then the assistant ID is VAP ID bot. Okay, I'm going to save that. Okay, publish it. And let's see what happens. Oh, wait. So, yeah, this will just dial. All right, so I'm going to need to have, let me get some screen space here. Okay, so we have this, and then I'm going to want VAPI so I can get some data. All right, so we're doing the outbound cartridge. So here's the assistant ID. So let's open up that form. We'll call this outbound dialer. Save that puppy. All right, so now I'm going to go to the website I made. I'm going to go here, and I'll open it up. I'm in a preview mode. It's fine. So the phone number I want to call, let's see if it calls my phone. 1-248-909-9353. So the bot ID should be this bot ID because this is the outbound bot, right? Paste that in here. The VAPI ID number is my API key, so let me grab that. Copy. That's nice of them. Paste that puppy in here. You should be able to see it. No problem. Dial from. So the phone number ID, I have some phone numbers here, so I'm going to have it call me from this 313 number. Paste this in here. Let's see what happens. Oh, wait, I forgot to turn the automation on. Idiot. All right, make sure your automation's on. Okay. Yeah, honestly, I don't touch any of this other stuff. It just does its own thing. All right, so let's try it again. Let's see, it was here. Okay. Phone number, VAP API key, dial from, boom. May not work the first time. It's been a while since I did this. Here, let's do this. I'm going to run it once. I'm going to wait for new data so I can see what's coming through. So when you do run once, it allows me to see the packet that gets sent through. So I'm going to do this again. Okay, so now when you go to make, you'll see that you can see the number 1 there. That means that it grabs some data. So let's see what the data is. So outbound number, VAPI ID number, blah, 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 blah. Oh, I see why. So what I want to do is the variables here, I want to grab the VAPI number. So I forgot to fill these out, my fault. So you need to make sure that make is grabbing the right data. So the phone number ID is the dial from, and the assistant ID is VAPI ID bot. Let's try that again. Get rid of this. So in the template that I'm going to send you all, you have to fill in these three numbers, these three variables from the package that gets sent in, from the webhook data that gets sent in. And I know that Make is kind of advanced and this is a master class, but there's definitely not enough time to teach Vapey, Make, CloseBot. But I know that some people are using Make, and I want you to be aware of it. And I'm going to give you these templates you can upload, and I'll do more tutorials. But Make is really like makes it really professional. So now I want to save it. That means you got to save. So I'll save it. Oop, let's see, save. Where's save? Yeah, save. Oh, you do wait, do this. Then I got to do save down here. Sorry, I couldn't see that. Hit save. Then I do save. Great, it's saved. So now I'm going to turn this on. So it just run. Actually, I'll do it one time. I'll run it once. And I can use the existing data because it's already in here. So I'm going to see what happens if I do that. And I'll look here. Didn't work. Bundle one, empty, empty, empty. Huh. Let me do this again with new data. If I can't get it to work today, I'll get it to work in between classes and do it. Okay, got the right number here. Right, that's the system ID, API key, and then the phone number it's dialing from, which is all this stuff here. Submit it. Okay, there's some data. It's not liking something.
Sorry, I didn't see. Were you capturing the webhook?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think so. Yeah, it's calling the webhook properly, and it's sending in custom data that I'm grabbing and putting into the webhook. I know this webhook works great because I've used it before, but like I said, I unfortunately lost my form and the workflow to make this work. So I'm doing this live with y'all. Okay, initiate call, set variables, variable name. Oh, shit, I screwed up. I see what I did. My fault. So I'm gonna go back in time.
Should be in the value.
What'd you say?
It should be in the value column.
No, I know what I did. I messed it up. It was my fault. So here's what I'm gonna do. I want to go. I'm looking. Is there can you oh yeah, previous versions. That's awesome. Holy crap. This one. I'm gonna go here. Okay, here's what I screwed up, guys. So this first step here, or sorry, the second step here is my fault. There's the variables. So I want to get the VAPI number for the API key. The phone number ID is the dial from, and then the assistant ID is the VAPI ID. Okay, so you want to fill these out. My bad. I put them in the name, so that's why it wasn't working. My bad. Once you get complicated, guys, it gets complicated. All right, save this puppy. Let's run this once. Wait for new data. Try it again. Hope it works. Feel it will. It's pretty simple in practice. Okay. Fingers crossed. Oh, I forgot to save it. Damn it. All right, let me do that again. It's getting late, folks. It's like 8 o'clock here. So I've been doing this since this morning. All right. Assistant ID is the VAPI ID bot. The API key is the VAPI ID number. The phone number ID is the dial from. You want to save this. Then you want to run it once. Do it again. We're gonna make this work, guys. The girls. All right. Hmm. I know I don't have to mess with any of this stuff.
I guess you have in VP API key, you have the number.
I know that's because that's the name of this variable. I didn't name it well.
Okay.
Yep. So here, I want to see the
Okay.
package here. So I'm not that good at this stuff. So it's doing it. I mean, it gets the bot. I mean, so it is getting the bot. So what this complicated workflow does is, if you're really good at Make, you can do all of your Vapey work in Make and Python. And that's what like the best guys in the world are doing. They're Python developers. So they'll do all their work in here. And if you want to do dynamic prompting based on variables and stuff, they're doing all that high level stuff right in Make. So I'm showing you right now like the basics of Make. I've been developing for 40 years. I've been using Make for like a month. So I apologize that it's not working out of the box, but I know it's kind of working. So here's what I'll do. I don't want to waste your guys' time with me fixing this, but I will make this work by tomorrow evening's class, and I'll make sure that all of you have an outbound dialer. Samir.
Yep. Do you want to give it a go, my dialer?
Oh, you want me to? Oh, wait. What do you say? What do you want me to do? Oh, you already took the prompt.
Just give me a phone number. It will call you.
Go for it. 248.
Just a second.
+1. Here, I'll put it in here.
Yeah.
So you're going to test assistable with a self-selling demo. Okay. An outbound assistable. Okay.
Let me just add. Oh my God.
Look, I mean, again, assistable. So it was really cool. I thought it was really promising. But like Samir said, it wasn't stable. And when you do offer to take over someone's phone number for the night or something, you've got to be pretty stable because you're going to get really angry clients. So stability, not so much the chat bots, to be honest with you. The voice bots just require a level of professionalism that is different than the chat bots because they're used to hiring answering services and hiring receptionists. And so it's a totally different animal. Are you calling me?
Yep. It is just in the wait. It will wait for 40 seconds and it will make an outbound call.
Awesome. So like I said, I'll fix this Make thing up by tomorrow, 24 hours, and I'll send it and I'll get it out there. I just need to kind of watch the tutorial again, frankly. That's how I learned. Okay, I got a call from Phoenix. I'll put it on speakerphone.
Yeah.
So far.
It's going good. How are you?
I'm doing great. Thanks for asking. Always excited to chat about AI and how it can make life easier. Speaking of which, would you like to check out a live demo of our conversational AI receptionist for your business?
Sure. Okay, go for it.
Awesome. What industry is your business in?
I have a car dealership.
Nice. Car dealership is a perfect fit for this. What's the name of your dealership?
It's JL Car Dealers.
JL Car Deal. Let's dive into the demo. Imagine I'm now your AI receptionist for JL Car Deal. Here we go. Hi, welcome to JL Car Deal. How can I assist you today? Are you looking to book a test drive, inquire about financing options, or something else?
Yeah, I'm wondering if you carry the new Porsche 911 4S Turbo.
Great choice. Let me check that. Are you looking for a specific color or any particular?
Yeah, I want that moon gray color, that sick moon gray color.
Are you interested in scheduling a test, or would you like me to connect you with a sales test?
I just want to buy the car. I've got cash. I've got $187,000 in cash sitting here burning a hole in my pocket. I'm ready to come in and just do a deal.
Wow, ready to roll in style. Let me grab your details and set up a time for you to come in and finalize the deal. When would you like to swing?
Tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. sharp.
Okay. We'll pencil you in for tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. sharp. We'll have.
Come again?
Let me break character for a second. This is just a demo. Pretty fun, right?
Yeah.
Reality. Would you like to? All right, let's get you set up. What day and time works best for you to chat with one of our salespeople about setting your own AI reception?
Next Wednesday.
Got it. Let me check my availability for an excellent day. On site. All right, here are a couple of great options for you. I'm available this Thursday, January 30th at either 9 a.m. or 11 a.m. Which one works better for you?
11 a.m.
Just to confirm, you'd like to book the appointment for Thursday, January 30th at 11 a.m.
Yes.
For you.
Yes. Thank you.
You're welcome. Have a fantastic day. I'll chat with you on Thursday at 11 a.m. Take care.
That's awesome. Was that with the prompt I just gave you?
So I used your prompt and then so what I did was I took your prompt, I added into a prompt generator by Assistable. It generated its own
good.
prompt.
That was really good, dude.
That
was
was
a really
very
good voice AI. I'll have to look into Assistable.
And this is it okay if I share my screen?
Sure.
One second. So I'll just show you what I can see now as a, this is my screen too. So you can see my GoHighLevel.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Okay, so that's you. That's the call recording. And what I wanted to show was, is there task? No. So there is notes. So in the notes, I have the whole summary. I have the call recording and I can listen to the call.
That's awesome. I'll have to check Assistable out. How much is it?
So there are multiple plans in that.
Hi, Josh. Thanks for calling. How's your day going so far?
Yeah, so it starts from 197 and up to 997 for unlimited.
Whoa. And but it is GoHighLevel, right? It's a white label of GoHighLevel with other stuff, right?
No. It is purely built by a guy called Jordan. He has built it right from ground up.
Okay. Yeah, I was messing with it before it was stable, I guess.
Purely built on GoHighLevel. It's so everything in GoHighLevel. So see it like all the thing that you did. All I did was I have to just click on this demo bot. What I did was there are inbuilt tools available. I just have to select the tools, update, book contact.
That's amazing.
And this is all with GoHighLevel.
And it'll do text chat too. It'll do a text bot.
Yeah, I can call, I can send emails, I can
What about, but can you put a text widget on someone's website?
Yeah,
with
you can do
Assistable?
chat. Yeah, this is chat. So if you see, this is all the conversation. This is all the text chats.
But it doesn't. So this is instead of GoHighLevel, or you use it with GoHighLevel?
With GoHighLevel.
So you have both packages. So it's like a $1,500 a month, possibly.
No. It's one package. It includes both chat and voice.
Okay. Yeah, I mean that's pretty expensive.
So they have even $200, and there are a lot of other options. I can talk to you like, so how he has done is he has given access to resellers.
Yeah.
And these resellers then sell to other people. He doesn't sell it as such.
Got it. Yeah. Okay, cool. I mean, I'll definitely want to know more about it. It looks really cool. So again, there's tools everywhere.
Everywhere, obviously.
Yeah. So hopefully these skills you're learning are like, even this is a prompt over here. You put it over here, you tweak it a bit, and it's really the technique. Everyone's kind of trading techniques. This is really cool.
Yeah.
I'll have to look into this.
And it booked an appointment also.
Yeah, I know, but that's amazing.
Yeah. So yeah, it has been stable just since a week. Otherwise, it was crashing. So I can't be boasting much.
I mean, because you never know. Like you know, I spent all this time learning Vapey, and now there's something better. That's okay. I'm used to it. It's the nature of the game. So that's a really good demo you did. Really good, Samir. So I'll get this fixed up for tomorrow for those of you that still want to try to use Vapey, because Vapey's like ad hoc. You don't have to spend a lot. You can just do one client. So it's really easy to do. And knowing multiple tools is awesome, because the more you know, the faster you can pivot, the better decisions you can make. And you could just really provide your client with a good service. Because again, if you're home services, the big guys, they don't care about GoHighLevel. They don't. They have Service Titan. So then what? Right? So is Assistable the best for Service Titan clients, or do you just do the Vapey? So, unless you have a perfect solution for one niche, narrowly focused, knowing a lot of different things is super helpful. And like you all, I mean, I have different niches too, of different types of clients when I was starting, because you got to start somewhere, right? And why would you turn down a voice bot's a voice bot? It's pretty easy to do, frankly. So niching down, making chatbots is like, I mean, I'll do all of home services and all the things, right? So I understand that as well. So we got about 8 minutes left. We built a voice bot that does outbound car dealership for Valentine's Day special in English and in Spanish. We used 11 labs. We went through Vapey a little bit. We started looking at a complex make build, which I'll figure out once again, that will do outbound dialing so that you can do dialing from a workflow. For instance, you could send in your whole contact list, your opt-in list, whatever, and it'll do the dialing. So we'll finish this tomorrow. I've changed some of the stuff around here. So let's look at here. So we're booking a test drive. So we didn't get to the booking part. So we still have to do this. I'll maybe do this on my own and just give it to you, Julio, tomorrow. I may do this in between classes tomorrow. So we got to finish this one up. And then we did pest control. Are there any more questions? I'm kind of getting a little tired for today. There's no one else new in the class, so hopefully you feel you all got some attention, some love. So tomorrow, thank you. Awesome. So tomorrow, 9 a.m. or 10 a.m. my time, we'll start. There'll be more people. Andre, maybe you could go tomorrow if you want to go tomorrow morning, or you need more time.
Give me.
Want to do it Wednesday still?
Yeah, Wednesday.
Okay,
Why
fine.
not?
Okay,
I was
cool.
busy all day today.
No problem. No problem.
And I'm kind of booked tomorrow as well. So yeah.
Okay, no problem. So there's some other people. There's about 9 people or 8 people tomorrow. So are there any questions, any comments, thoughts, suggestions as you wrap up here for this evening class?
Are we going to go into more detail about Vapey later on this week?
About what?
Vapey?
Yeah. So what I'll do is I'm going to make a, where's my baby? So I'll make a separate Loom explaining all of this detailed without wasting your guys' time, because not everyone knows it, but I'll go through all these different things here. I'll explain this stuff. I'll explain the tools. I'll explain all this stuff here, and I'll give it to you guys first. And then next week, I'll release it to the rest of the school group, so you guys have a week, advantage over them. So I'll make a Loom explaining this at detail. And again, there's these other tools we're hearing, Aminos and Assistable. And again, Aminos is super cheap. It's a really easy, cheap way to get chatbots out there. You can give them away. So don't, I know this is a GoHighLevel heavy course, but don't let that hold you back. Cool. Well, if there's no questions, I thank you all for coming again. I will have this recording up by the morning, hopefully, and I'll see hopefully most of you at 10 a.m. tomorrow. Thank you, everybody. Have a great night.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye, guys
you.
and girls.
Ciao, ciao.
Bye.